I don't even know how I'm expected to actually give you a cooking tutorial when I couldn't even get the can of beans open. But it was the can opener, not me. I promise you. Nevertheless, even with this challenge, I was still able to get this awesome meal prep for a family of 4 done in less than an hour. Let's get into it.
And what I want people to feel is I don't have to be Superwoman. That's exhausting. Let her rest. I want you to choose 2 to 3 small, sustainable ways to prioritize your wellness, do those consistently, and watch your life change.
Alrighty, so here are our ingredients for this meal. I went ahead and typed them out for you so you can screenshot them and take them to the grocery store. Feel free to change whatever you'd like. For example, I'm using shrimp as my protein, but you can use whatever protein you want. Our first step for today is to preheat our oven to 350 for our sweet corn cake. This is a Mexican take on cornbread. It's delicious. We'll get more into that later, but while the oven is preheating, we are washing our vegetables. I'm taking all the stickers off, dipping them in water, baking soda, and vinegar to soak for a while. Pat off our cilantro since it's a little more delicate. And then we get to these stubborn cans, y'all. I was good on the first 2. Now, my dad said that perhaps it's because I'm left-handed and a lot of appliances, including scissors and knives, are made for right-handed people. Anyways, we're just not going to talk about it. Melt your butter and get ready to assemble your corn cake. 2 cans of sweet cream corn go into this batter, and you'll see my dad on the right helping me with those stubborn cans as I work on the batter. He was having some trouble too, okay? All right, so we get our dry mix into our batter and mix that on up. I'm making double the batch, so double packs since we are meal prepping for a few days. And I'm putting this in the biggest pan possible so it has enough space to bake. Now moving on to our vegetables. While that bakes in the oven, we're going to chop up our veggies. I'm using sweet onion and bell peppers. I also think that zucchini would work really well in this dish, but this is inspired by some fajitas, so we are using an assortment of bell peppers and onions for our dish. Make sure you thinly slice both your peppers and your onions, and once those are all sliced up and ready to go, we're going to move on to our beans. I like to strain and wash my beans and add bone broth later. So we checked on our cornbread to make sure it's baking okay, and then we add some garlic to our fire to get ready for our beans and our onions and peppers. Now, some people leave the beans in the canned juice. I like to put broth instead, and I'm seasoning it with chili powder, black pepper, and some adobo. Same for our peppers, but instead I add some Cajun seasoning as well. Now we are going to let that saute and move on to our protein. I washed and patted our shrimp dry, sprayed our baking sheet and put it on there, wash our hands and get ready for the seasonings. I go in on my shrimp, y'all, with at least 5 seasonings. You're gonna see some of them here. Slap your mama, Cajun seasoning, black pepper, cumin, a lot. A pro tip is to add baking powder or cornstarch to your shrimp or protein to add some extra crispiness without having to batter it. It's literally the same. It's beautiful, it's great, it's delicious. So once that's all coated, we're gonna put that in the air fryer, and now we're finishing up our meal, y'all. The last step is to take our cornbread out, let that shrimp simmer, and then we're gonna plate. Look at that goodness, y'all. This is one of my favorite simple meals that my mom used to make for my childhood, so it was very nostalgic to eat. And one of the family members requested cauliflower rice with theirs, so that was a perfect simple addition as well to add some extra veggies. And it was an easy reheat meal prep meal for the next 3 days. I hope you find this inspirational. Meal prep does not have to be complicated, and it doesn't have to take forever. Comment what you'd like to see next, and I hope that you will like, share, and subscribe. See you in the next video.